Black cab drivers offer free trips to military veterans on Remembrance Sunday, and cabbies do Kilimanjaro get the green light to fly to Tanzania. On the 14th of November, when the capital fell silent at 11 AM, hundreds of London black cab drivers volunteered their time to drive veterans from train stations to the cenotaph and back again as part of the Poppy Cab's free taxi service. Since 2009, London's black cab drivers have provided taxis for people attending the annual Remembrance Day service. And Mike Hughes, Poppy Cab's organiser, said this year's event was even more poignant as 2021 marks 100 years since the Royal British Legion was founded, and was also the first opportunity for the parade to take place since the start of the COVID pandemic. Each year we sell Poppy Cab's badges, he said, and the money we raise supports the Royal British Legion and the taxi charity for military veterans. This year, our Poppy Cab volunteers didn't just remember those from the armed forces and our veterans from all conflicts, but also the London cab drivers that were sadly lost due to COVID-19. In addition to looking after World War II veterans this year, Poppy Cabs also supported 90 family members who attended the parade from Scotty's Little Soldiers. The charity was founded by Nikki Scott following the death of her husband in Afghanistan and supports bereaved British Forces children who are driven around the capital in iconic black cabs. Mike added, "Knowing that Poppy Cab service is available relieves much of the stress of attending this emotional event, and every year we are overwhelmed by the support of the London black cab trade and the men and women who give us their time and vehicles." There is no doubt about it. Taking part is a very moving and humbling experience, and whilst many of the veterans thank us for transporting them and making their journey to and from the cenotaph as seamless as possible, the day is more about us thanking our veterans for their courage and bravery and serving our country in order to protect all of our freedoms. When the fundraising group Cabbies Do Kilimanjaro planned to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in October 2022, little did they know that their almighty challenge would be on hold for about 16 months. But now, the group of London black cab drivers will be gearing up to fly to Africa in February 2022. Cabbies Darren and John, who climbed Kilimanjaro to raise money for the taxi charity for military veterans in 2019, will be joined this time by fellow black cab drivers Bob, Lindsay, Gary, Stuart, Sarah and Stella. Not wanting to give themselves an easy time though, Darren, John and their cameraman Tim are attempting to climb not one, but two of Africa's largest mountains. After climbing Mount Meru, they will then be joined by the other cabbies as they all attempt to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, the world's highest freestanding mountain. This phenomenal back-to-back challenge is to raise money for special needs and disadvantaged children. And the team recently tested their strength and stamina on a 2-day training program in the Peak District under the tutelage of Tim King, who said, "Climbing Kilimanjaro is an extremely tough challenge. It is impossible to replicate the conditions that we will face, especially the problems associated with high altitude. But the extreme weather conditions during our 2 days in the Peak District were certainly challenging. The team coped extremely well, and it became apparent that the Cabbies Do Kilimanjaro team had been putting in lots of hard work and physical training. As training coordinator, the most satisfying aspect was to see not only the physical improvements, but more importantly, how the team has developed and bonded together into a well-oiled machine, supporting one another and showing real concern for the welfare and well-being of each other." Cabby Darren Parr said that he needed to get fit again if he was going to give himself a fighting chance of summiting both mountains. "I've lost a stone," he said. "I'm working hard, despite an injury to my knee. Waiting for the travel restrictions to lift has been frustrating, but none of the team has lost their passion or dedication to smash this challenge and raise money for charity." The Cabbies Do Kilimanjaro team hopes to raise £7,500 for the London Taxi Drivers Charity for Children and £2,500 for a children's community project in Tanzania. Sometimes when everything seems stacked against us, and as we go out to earn a living and feed our families, It is great to know that we have events such as Poppy Cabs and ambassadors like Cabbies Do Kilimanjaro that we can all take great pride in. And when we do pull together, we truly are, as a trade, the very best in the world. That's it from me for this week, but if you have an opinion, maybe you have a story to tell, or you prefer me to present a report for you, then get in touch. You can DM me on Twitter at Sean Paul Day or at London Taxi Radio. Stay safe, be kind, and I'll see you out there on the mean streets.